This week's episode of Seasonal Discussions is sponsored by KLT Networking. KLT helps companies of all sizes and sectors to win more business via 15 sales intel groups throughout Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire, as well as through relationship building training for teams. Over £30 million in business has now been won by KLT Networking clients. To find out more and have a chat, email Andrew at kltnetworking.com. Only if you want to win more business, of course. Was there ever a thought of not being in the family business?
It was hard to see him go, you know.
He just came in one day and said, "That's it, I'm packing up."
Finished.
My brother David, he'd done all the networking and what have you. I was just the one sitting in the office answering phones and dealing with customers. So this is all new to me. So it's a confident thing for me too.
Is it then going to be the same process for your kids, do you reckon? Are they going to come in and...
No.
No. Straight off the bat, no. You do other things as well as the TENS groups as well? Or?
Forklift driver. I've just passed the forklift test.
Hello, it's me. I'm back. It's Seasonal Discussions. My name's Chris. You know all this. You've watched about 30 episodes of these before now. And if you haven't, why not? Why do you hate me? If you're new to the channel, click like, click follow, click subscribe, do all the good stuff. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify or the Podbean app, wherever it is, I don't care. Click follow, click subscribe, keep up to date with all the content, not for our sake, but for the sake of our guests when they come in and see us instead. Because today we're joined by very special individuals, Tanya MacDonald, Rachael Wright, Securastore.
Hi.
As it is. That's the most positive greeting I've had from some folks so far. Some folk normally just come in and they're like, I am terrified, the camera's on and the microphone's on. But that was an upbeat one. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Easy enough travel in to get in, despite the weather this morning.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know why. I left the house this morning, it was dry. You were saying you hung your washing out this morning and everything was fine.
Yeah.
And now it's just turned back to the deluge of rain again. Did we get enough of this like 2 weeks ago?
Sick of the rain.
Well, like, was it out your way? Because you're not city centre based, are you?
Bucksburn.
But nah, that's cool. That's far enough out. It's nah. You don't have to deal with the horrendous traffic in the city centre.
When I left to go to work this morning, it was fine. It was dry. It was fine. And then Matthew came in and says, "Oh, it's raining." I was like, "Oh no, I've got 2 loads of washing out."
How about for yourself, Tanya? Was that all right for you coming in this morning, or did you travel in together? Or
Yeah.
I'm Rachael.
you're Rachael. Sorry, I'm getting them the wrong way around. I know. See, this is why I usually only have one guest on, because my brain can't process information. How was your travelling? Did you just commute in together? Or?
No, I have my granddaughter on a Sunday night. And
Okay.
I take her to school and then pick up my grandson and take him to TENS group. So, yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Times did they start in the morning?
Amelia's 9 and Quinn is 9:30.
Oh, not too bad then. Close enough time-wise.
Yeah.
I don't miss like early morning runs to dropping off at schools and what have you. Too much torture. Well, before we get into finding out a bit more about yourselves, does someone want to tell me Securastore, what it is and what you do? I'll let you decide between you who gets to do the official business part.
Okay, I've got a lot of shit.
One who comes with notes. Excellent.
Yes. So
You're stealing these notes apparently afterwards,
Yeah, I
are you?
am, yeah.
it's good for networking.
Yeah.
So we're basically, we are a family-owned and operated self-storage business
Okay.
based in Aberdeen with over 30 years industry experience. So Securastore has grown from humble beginnings, starting with a fleet of just 28 containers, now to managing over 450.
Jeepers.
Yeah. So my dad expanded the business offerings to include not only self-storage solutions, but also container hired, sales, providing versatile and secure storage options for a wide range of clients. So today, along with was my brother, but my sister-in-law,
Yep.
we continue the family tradition of delivering reliable, customer-focused service with dedication to growth and innovation. We provide storage to a wide range of sectors from domestic, commercial, construction, hospitality, sport, and renewables, to name but a few.
But a few.
Yeah, so
That's a fair jump in. So how long has it been going for, did you say? Family business?
30 years.
30 years. And to go from, like you say, just essentially a handful of containers originally to now 450 plus. It's a hell of a jump. Did you find that there was any time where it was kind of like a sharp intake, or has it just been like a gradual increase over time?
I think it's just been a gradual increase
Yeah.
over time, yeah.
Is there a lot of new clients come on, or is it like expansion from existing clients to take on more?
Of existing clients and a lot of new clients as well. Yeah.
A nice blend. Do you often find that some of the existing ones are requiring more and more storage space as time goes on?
Definitely.
Aye.
You notice that as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. Are you both involved in the talking to client, like face-to-face side of things with clients then as well, meeting up with them, or?
It's probably more me with the business development. Yeah, so I'll be the one knocking on doors and yeah.
Just out doing the hard work first.
Yeah. But Tanya speaks to lots of people
Yeah.
in the office and people that come in. So, yeah.
Plenty to keep you busy at least. Well, it's kind of grown, like you say, over. I mean, a lot of people look at it and go, "Oh, it's a long time." It's not a long time when you consider business longevity as a whole. So how did Securastore actually start then? What kind of led to Securastore being a thing, existing in the first place?
It was my dad. It was just all through my dad.
Aye.
Him and his business partner
Okay.
decided to.
They bought and sold like businesses,
Yeah.
quite a few, and then your dad just liked Securastore and decided that he was going to make it his baby.
And now it's yours.
Yes.
Was there ever a thought of not being in the family business? Was there ever a case of like, I don't see myself ever working in this kind of thing?
I worked for my dad on and off, in the other businesses. Just temporarily till I found a job, and so I got myself a job in the fire brigade, the stores and workshops, and I worked there up until I had my second child. So I was there, and then my dad says, "Well, why don't you come in?" Because he was thinking about maybe he was looking for the retirement
Aye.
at some point, and then a few years later, my brother came in, and then we bought the business from my dad, 10 years ago now.
Okay. So it was actually just didn't the sort of inheritance passed down. Dad had enough and just.
Well, no, he didn't retire. He I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but he called himself a twat.
Listen, there's no restraints on language on here, don't I mind?
Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
He cut down to Tuesday.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to keep that in the back pocket now for Tuesday.
So, and then just not long after lockdown, he decided, no, that's it.
Aye, done.
Yeah, so it was hard to see him go,
He just came in one day and said, "That's it, I'm packing up."
Finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I cried.
Understandably so, especially if it's something that's really been discussed or
No.
just, I'm done.
Yeah.
Had enough.
I don't know what my brother's reaction was, but I cried.
I think that he was shocked as well because he just came in and said, "Right, that's it, I'm retiring today." It's like, okay.
Not even like work an extra week or give anything else, just done.
Yeah.
Well, for those who are listening, as opposed to, or even those who are watching, they'll hear a slight difference in your accent. Mm-hmm. But you're from Aberdeen originally,
Yes.
aren't you? And then immigrated away. Tell us that. Give us a little bit of a story there. How did that come about? Where did you go and how did you end up back here again?
So I was born here.
Yeah.
And then when I was 7, we moved to Australia. Mm-hmm. But my dad was still in Aberdeen.
Okay.
Mum and dad separated. So I came back to see my dad when I was 14. So went to school here, and then on my 15th birthday down at the carnivals, I met David. And yeah, we were just inseparable. And when I was 17, at the swings, he asked me to marry him. So of course I said yes. And then went home and told my dad, and he said, "You have to wait till you're 18. So on my 18th birthday, we got engaged, and then we got a flat and moved in together. And then I decided that I missed my family, so I went back to Australia. But David said that I ripped his heart out. He stabbed on it. So I went away, and we both married other people, and David had 2 children, and I had Cleo. And then 11 years ago, we got back in contact on Facebook, and I came over here to see David. And because David had the business, it was we just thought it was better that I came here. Yeah. Fair. So my daughter was absolutely disgusted that we were moving from Australia to here when she was 15 years old.
Understandable.
So
it's like downgrading the weather, if nothing else.
Yeah. So we came over, and David and I got married 4 years ago, and then I am working in the business because tragically David lost his battle with cancer November last year. So I've come in to for his legacy to keep it going, and I think Tanya and I are doing a great job.
Absolutely.
I would say so, based on the conversations that I've had with other individuals who know you, know your stories, know everything that's happened over the last few years. I think say yous are doing well is probably a bit of an understatement, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Everyone that we've spoke to, Sarah at Stellar Blue, Will, who was in chatting to us from I bet he's World's Toughest Row, everyone's got such positive things to say about you both. Even my partner Zara from meeting you, I don't even know how you met, to be honest with you. She just came home and went, these are some cool humans. Get these people on to talk about, because they're pretty awesome. Have a chat with them. I'm like, okay, how did you meet Zara anyway?
I met Zara through networking within the same networking group.
Ah, okay. Was that the
B10,
tens one?
yes,
B10. Ah,
B10.
okay. The one that apparently I've been told if she's ever unavailable, I'm going to have to turn up to one of these things.
And it's all women.
I saw this. Were you at the most recent one? I saw there was a gentleman was invited along.
Yes.
Had to take the selfie for everyone, and he looks terrified at the front of the photo. He looks like he's had to stand about 20 feet away from everyone else going, I'm fearing for my life while I take this photo.
We're not that bad.
No, I can imagine.
We're a good bunch.
There's Kerry MacDonald, Dr. Monica, Susan Renee is now a part in there as well, I believe. Yeah, people that I've had the grace of sitting spending time with chatting in here, so I think I could come along and they make too much of a fool of myself.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Could try to. Do you get a chance to go to some of the networking stuff as well, though?
I do, but I'm in a different networking group.
Okay.
Well, I've been to a few and trying to suss out what one to join. So, but my thing was that I obviously had to learn a bit more about the business before I started doing all of that.
Fair.
But yeah, I'm quite confident that I could do it now.
I think you could be. I think even knowing about the business, like when we started this thing, I didn't know half of what I was doing with the business when we first started. We're firm believers in people connect with people. Like it's not about businesses connecting with businesses as such. It's that connection you make between the individuals while you're there. So things like the TENS groups, when you go along to them, it's less about, I'm not there meeting the founder of Prospect 13. I'm along here in a chat with Kerry. You know, it's all that personal connection, which I think, again, you're both very personable from what I can tell anyway from this side. I mean, you've both been just thrust into the sofa to come in and chat with me. Zara set this up, and then it was just like, by the way, I'm not going to be there. I messaged before I left the house this morning, I was like, are they aware that you're not going to be in the office when they come in?
She did message.
Did she? Not like leaving it till the last minute to message someone and tell them, though. I did say, because there's nothing worse than just like rocking up and expecting her to be here. It's like, hang on, why is this strange guy leading us down towards the basement level?
Yeah. My brother David, he'd done all the networking and what have you. I was just the one sitting in the office answering and dealing with customers. So this is all new to me. So it's a confident thing for me too.
How are you finding it so far then?
I'm getting better.
Aye.
I am getting there. Yeah.
Enjoying them, at least getting a chance to go. Do you do other things as well as the TENS groups as well? Or?
Forklift driving. I've just passed the forklift test.
I
Ooh.
was just about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah?
She smashed it.
Is that your next thing as well? Is that next on
No.
your...
I
Not a chance.
I cannot reverse a car, so there's no way I'll be driving a forklift.
At least you can drive it forwards. I'm 41 and still don't have a driving license.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't know how people can live without having a driver's license.
I've been quite lucky. So I was a city kid growing up. I lived smack dab in the city centre, always have. So everything was in like half an hour walking distance for me. So I just kind of went, I'll just keep walking out. And of course, at the time, I'm going out getting drunk all the time. I'm never going to be able to go and drive anywhere anyway, because I'm going to be too hungover or still too full of alcohol from the nights before. So I just never bothered. I've been out, Zara's taken me out in a couple of the dual control cars that you can hire from like Arnold Clark. And I have the worst road rage as a passenger.
Okay.
Trying to tolerate that as an actual driver. She's like, you need to stop. It's
Our
just not going to end
stepson's
well.
Speaking about taking up driving lessons, yeah, he's 28, so it'll be interesting. He's the same as you, he walks everywhere.
My son's 19, and I've tried saying to him a few times, like he's been taken out in that dual control car by Zara once, and that was in a manual one. And I'm like, look, 90% of things are available in automatic these days. That was different, obviously, when everyone else was growing up. Even when I was younger, it was automatic, just wasn't a thing.
No.
Didn't really exist. And when it did, you were paying more for it than you were paying for a manual car.
I think that's still the case.
Is it?
Yeah, I think you pay well, at least £1,000 more for
Yeah.
a non-automatic car. Yeah.
Oh, jeepers.
I know this because I've just bought a car. So, yeah.
Is it an automatic?
No.
No.
It's manual.
I've seen a lot of
driving
people.
a manual car
Yeah.
though.
You know something, Zara's the same. I've said if we ever pass the test, I would probably go automatic because I'm too lazy to try and go through the manual process now. My brain's like, I can't be bothered. It's too much concentrate. I struggle to concentrate enough just to put the right amount of change in for a bus trip if I'm going somewhere. I don't mind driving an actual car. But she has said we would have to just have one car between the two of us. And if I'd only passed automatic, it would have to be an automatic car.
Yeah.
And the first time she took me out in a dual control car with the automatic, she nearly killed us both because she forgot there was no clutch. She went to put her foot right down on the clutch to go and change gears as we approached the junction and slammed the brakes on instead. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying this out loud. I'm making her be really embarrassed about stuff.
You could get in trouble.
I'll be all right. What brought you on to doing like the forklift licensing then?
I don't know, but I think what Matthew, our workshop supervisor, his partner is expecting a baby, so he'll be going off on maternity leave
Right.
at some point. So, and we do have an apprentice, but he's only 16, so he can only drive the small forklift. So, you thought it was pricing, for taking in, hiring in somebody to do it, and she says, "How would you feel about doing it?" Oh, yeah, okay,
She gives an intimate.
I'll give it. Yeah, so.
You were just a nice encouragement at the background going, you do this.
I don't mind getting dirty. I don't mind. I quite enjoy it. So I actually loaded 3 containers last week onto a lorry, which I was really chuffed.
Aye, quite right too.
It's they've got the twist locks,
All right, okay.
so that you've got to sort of aim the right bit. So Matthew was still there guiding me with the. No, I was proud of myself for doing that.
How difficult was it to get the forklift license compared to an actual driving license? Obviously, you're able to drive by that point, so I suppose there's some things that are transferable, but...
It's like not to change gears really,
Aye,
just forward and reverse.
forward and back. It's just an automatic.
But you have to drive it in reverse.
Yeah, when in reverse a lot, because you can't, if you've got a container or a skip,
Aye.
you can't go downhill,
All right,
Forward.
I suppose.
so you have to go down backwards. So yeah,
By equilibrium would be short.
That's why I do not. People in Australia, the parking is very different to what it is here. You just drive into a car park like it's vertical.
Yeah,
No one reverses. So
just everything's forward.
everybody reverses here, apart from me.
Do you know something? You're not the only one. Again, Zara doesn't reverse park or do much in that sense. The amount of times I'll say to her, like, there's a straight through space there, just drive through because you don't like reversing into stuff. Nah, I'll be fine.
no, I reverse into everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully not into everything.
Not the cars or spaces.
I mean, like, great way to start. I reverse just into everything. Quite right too.
All the spaces.
So what did you do, Rachel, before when you were working across in Australia? Like, was there anything that you did over in Australia that was like similar to what you were doing over here? Was the work still similar to what you ended up doing now, or?
So I was in business development in real estate for a number of years. And then tragically, I lost my mum to cancer. So my more focus was around to my daughter, who was 2 at the time. So I decided I wanted to be drop-offs and pickups from school.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, what can I do that can work around that? So I went and did something totally different and did nails. And then probably 8 years after, I started doing eyelash extensions.
Okay.
So when I moved over here, that's what I was doing. So but I'm not doing that anymore.
I was going to say, not exactly what your class as transferable skills, but
No.
it's still obviously still people orientated, still that person-to-person contact and
But
communication.
in real estate, like I went out and got all the new business, the company I worked for, and then I worked for another real estate company where we did a lot of projects. We would like convert motels, hotels into a business where you'd sell like the hotel room and get paid like a monthly asset from that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Definitely an interesting path then to end up, like you say, doing what you're doing now. And like you says, you're doing it for David's legacy, which is admirable, if nothing else, because legacy is something that goes under the radar quite a bit for a lot of folks. Do you find that that's kind of like part of the reason why you're still involved
Absolutely.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine there might have been a temptation to just be like, done, business-wise.
I was just like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
You know, I don't have my brother by my side.
Aye.
You know?
But you've got the best
Yeah, definitely. So
step in to come with. You've probably been quite a stable influence, I would say.
We get on really well.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. We work together Monday to Friday, and then most weekends we spend together as well.
Still just spending time around each other.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. If you find somebody that you're comfortable spending time with, then spend time with them. There's nothing worse than spending time doing something just because you feel like everyone else is telling you should be doing it. It kind of defeats the purpose.
It's been hard for me, like coming to work at Securastore, because obviously I'm sitting at David's desk, but it has given me a purpose and a reason to get up in the morning, because grief is a terrible thing. And obviously I'm still grieving for my husband, which will be for the rest of my life. But yeah, as you said, it is for his legacy, because he just loved Securastore.
Yeah.
He was like my father-in-law, you know, like just wanted to make it bigger and better. And yeah, so.
yeah, but he didn't jump on top of containers to
Yeah.
yeah. It's a bit of a journey.
I was going to say, was that Dad's sort of pastime? Was it just hopping onto
Just like on the forklift onto the.
Like no health and safety whatsoever.
any H&S people out there? No,
Wait, I shouldn't really be speaking about that, you know.
nah, it's fine. He sold the business now. It's fine. Can't get him for anything. It's past. It's your fault now.
It's my fault.
As long as you don't start hopping on top of containers, you'll be all right.
Absolutely not. No.
No.
You're not.
Do you think there's going to be a process then for, obviously you came in after Dad, you and your brother have come in after Father. Is it then going to be the same process for your kids, do you reckon? Are they going to come in and...
No.
No. Straight off the bat, nope.
No.
Not even a thought. No.
No, they're not interested. Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
Do you think that might change? Or is it just
No, I don't think I'll change. Well, my two, no.
And for mine, our youngest, she came and did work experience for a week and worked in there, and she loved it. But yeah, she's a nurse, so.
Okay. I'll credit to her. That's a job that...
And then my stepdaughter, we've got 2 grandkids.
Okay.
So yeah, she's a stay-at-home mum. Our son, yeah, he just works full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. It's one of those, like, kids getting involved in family business isn't as big a thing now as it used to be. No. Again, when we were younger, it was the phone's alive.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Listen, my phone's been buzzing in my pocket sitting beside me. I'm guaranteed my microphone's probably picked it up at some point.
It's
Have no fear.
the alarm going off, but I won't change it because David had to have medication at 1 o'clock every day. So we had an alarm set for it. So yeah, I'll take it off one day. But
Nah. Just a nice little reminder. Listen, my dad passed away 2 years ago this year. 2 years ago, February just passed. And there's still little things that I have that were always a reminder for him that I'll still have popping up on my phone and reminding me of stuff. It's not a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. Yeah. It's having those little things for yourselves. And I appreciate you both taking the time to talk about David as well. Because obviously it was still very recent for you both. And it will be raw for the longest time possible, especially working in the same place. But do you think that's helped you still being in there? Like, it would have been difficult, obviously, to start with. And as you've said, it was difficult for you because you're sitting at his desk and you're using his space. But do you think having that continuity, that routine of still being in the same place has helped a little bit with that process?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's helped for you?
like I said, it gets me out of bed in the morning. You know, like I said, grief is very difficult. But yeah, it's something that, you know, I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
I don't think Tanya ever thought I would ever be interested in coming into work.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was just, and obviously, you know, for the 9 years that I've been here, you know, David would speak about the business all the time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was going in there and didn't know anything about what was going on, because I did. But yeah, I've had to learn a lot. So Tanya's been a good teacher.
Guiding.
Try my best.
So you says you spend obviously a lot of time at work, but a lot of time together outside of work at the weekends and stuff as well. What does a weekend look like for you both, for time to like just sit and relax and take? What do you tend to get up to? Is it do you have any activities that you like to get done at the weekend, or is it just a case of sit and have a coffee and put the world to rights?
Well, Tanya's the fitness guru over here. So she has a PT session on a Saturday morning.
8 o'clock every Saturday morning, sorry.
Oh, PT session in and of itself was enough to make me feel tired. I'm at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Our routine on a Sunday is that we're a really close-knit family. So Sunday afternoons from about 3, we spend with my mother and father-in-law.
Okay.
And yeah, we all get together. I have the 2 grandkids. Tanya's got a grandchild as well. So yeah, and you know, the other kids can come. But yeah, that's basically.
Is it usually at the same place that everyone meets up, or do you tend to sort of like mix it up, whose house or whatever you go?
It's usually my mum and dad's, and then it's usually yours as well.
Yeah.
Because my house isn't big enough.
It's not by choice. Like, people just keep saying, "You're never going to get a bigger house." No, because then it encourages people to come round.
No.
I do that. We've specifically in our living room only got a 2-seater sofa because there's only me and Zara in the house.
Okay.
And she always says, "We never get like we could have a bigger sofa." It's like, yeah, but then see when people come around and see that you've got space, they're more likely to keep coming round.
Yeah.
Nightmare for allowing people in the house. I like having house time is mine.
Yeah.
Coming to work, doing everything else, that's my version of a social life. Like this is my social life.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind inviting people around, but I just can't cook. I'm being honest, I can't cook.
No.
No. I'll give my recipe, I'll follow it.
Aye.
Bit by, word by word, but no.
No for you.
No.
See, I'm the opposite. Kitchen is my space. It's the one room in my house.
He likes, he moans at Christmas time when he has to cook. So this year we got a Chinese.
Do you know what? There's so many people doing that nowadays because it's just so much easier. Do you know what? I think it's the cost of everything when it comes to buying at Christmas. You can buy the same food during the year, try and buy it at Christmas, and it's tripled in price all of a sudden.
You love to cook, don't you? You love entertaining.
Yeah. But like since David's passed, I've not.
No.
Yeah.
I don't cook for myself.
No?
So no.
That's something I would struggle with, I think, is cooking for myself. Like, even if Zara goes away for a couple of days or my son's not in the house or whatever, I'll find myself falling back on the easiest ready meal or something to chuck in the microwave or the oven for myself. Instead of cooking. It's just a nightmare cooking for one.
It's since David's passed, our youngest daughter, she has started doing all the cooking, which I think is quite funny, but yeah, just to make sure that we're eating and
keeping you going.
yeah.
Quite right. So there's always some way kids will always step up at some point, and not even like intentionally or being asked to do stuff. If there's a change in a household dynamic, kids have a way of just knowing what they need to do. That they'll step up and take ownership or take charge or something. But like intentionally doing it, it just becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Our 3 have.
Yeah.
So have your kids as well, since everything's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it they're I don't want to say a crutch to lean on, but the kids are. They're a crutch there to prop you up. I mean, when Dad passed, my son was the same for me. He just all of a sudden started doing little things around the house that I would usually do myself, but I found myself just like sitting on the sofa and kind of in a stupor by myself for half an hour, and he would be like, "Oh, do you want me to put the kettle on? Do you want me to go and do the dishes or do something?" Or you'd hear the Hoover randomly come on around his room. He's 19. When does a 19-year-old ever voluntarily pick up a Hoover? But I can't get him to do it again now since, it's been 2 years. Now he's just like, okay, I've served my time. I've done my year of helping you out. Now I'm going back into the little thing at the side. So PT, Saturday morning, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that kind of thing for?
It's not just a Saturday. She'll tell you her regime. It's nuts.
Go on then. Give us a breakdown of the
I
fitness.
go to Bod Box, the same gym as Sarah.
Sarah's one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I do 2 classes on a Tuesday, and I do a PT on a Wednesday. I do 2 classes on a Thursday, and I do PT on a Saturday morning.
I just broke out in a sweat here, isn't that? Jeepers.
Plus, she'll add runs and walks in as also.
My God. How do you have time to fit everything else in around it?
Early mornings.
Is it? Are you a morning person normally?
Yeah, I go to bed early and up early.
About yourself, are you a morning person or are you?
No.
No.
So I go to bed late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I wish I had another hour to sleep. Yeah.
I'm a morning person. My alarm goes off at 6:45. It used to be earlier than that, but I've managed to convince the dog that he doesn't need to go out until 6:45 now. But then he goes out for his last walk at 9 o'clock at night. And then by the time we get back inside, it's like, are the dishes done? Yeah, cool, bed. So it's like 9:30 at the latest. We're in bed, ready to go for the evening. I couldn't imagine getting up early to do the exercise and stuff now.
I love it.
Aye.
I do love it.
To start you off on the right foot, do you think, for a day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind you, in the dark mornings, I haven't been running.
Fair.
I've been wanting to go back running, so
Aye.
I will start going back. And then Sarah's asked if we wanted to go down for a dip in the water in the mornings as well, so we'll be doing that as well.
So it's not just me she's trying to convince of this cold dipping thing. To go.
It.
Aye.
I wouldn't even put my big toe in.
It's amazing how you feel afterwards.
I have a cold shower in the mornings. Every other day is a cold shower for me. Normally the temperature goes up to like 8. I usually drop it down to 3. But that's every other day. Admittedly, I need to remember to start turning it back up to 8 before Zara jumps in the shower after me. Keeps telling me off when I forget to turn it back up.
Might
when
not
I'm
do
at
it jellyfish season, but
Aye. So whereabouts would you go for that?
just Aberdeen Beach.
Just down at the beach? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because if it's, Aberdeen's not cold enough, let's just throw ourselves into the North Sea for half an hour.
Great.
I've seen people do. Have you ever gone down and watched them doing these cold dipping things?
No,
No.
but when she does it, I'll go on and watch her.
From a distance.
Yeah.
In the car
In
on the
car,
side.
yeah.
I do wear the neoprene socks and the gloves.
Okay.
I do have that.
We went down. There's a group, the Baltic Boys, the granite lot that do it was organised by a guy called Matt Midler, who does coaching stuff. Amazing guy. And there's like 20 of them all going down. And they've got their big toys that they're throwing around in the middle of the sea and just having an absolute... Thing is, they've got shorts on, but again, the gloves and everything else. I'm like, is that not going to defeat the purpose? The rest of you is just frozen solid by this point.
Don't feel it after a while.
No.
No, you just go numb.
I felt like just standing there watching them.
I just laugh at people trying to surf here. It's hilarious.
It's not Bondi Beach.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's not exactly a comparison to what you would have used to have seen, I
No,
suppose.
exactly. But, you know.
Just watching them try and surf in the North Sea, it just doesn't work. Windsurfing, there's plenty of wind down there. I can understand trying to at least go forward or go sideways off or something, but actual surfing, it's just 90% of them must be just lying on the boards and trying to go for there.
I don't know. Not very many waves either.
No. It's, no. Have you got a set route that you try and run then when you did running regularly before? Have you got
I
like
just
a...
run from my house, so I think it was about 7k that I used to run. Just come out of my house, run up Spring Hill Road, along Langstracht,
Aye.
North Anderson Drive, and then just back to, back to the house. Aye. And it was like somebody had pointed out, I put my map on Facebook and says, oh, that's like half a t-shirt you've run. Because it was the way the map was. It was like half a t-shirt. So I'm now going to have to find the other half.
Other half to go the other way. It's like I've got a sleeve.
So, yeah, so
no.
sometimes just run down the beach.
Yeah. See, I was chatting to Sarah about this the other day, and she was saying there's something about the air down at Aberdeen Beach, but it's not, like I used to go with the whole, it was cold, so it's brisk, and it's that fresh feeling. You get that sea air in your lungs, and someone feels different. Apparently there is actually a difference in the energy down there because of the sea.
Okay.
And the way it mixes with the air off the land. She did explain it all to me, but as usual with me, just everything goes right over the top of my head. Eventually it'll come back in. I have no idea what happens with it. How easy is it for you to adapt to like that level of beach compared to what you were experiencing back home?
It's a lot different.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny. It's absolutely Baltic and people are in the water. Even in the summer when it's not even like summer here is not summer, but they're all in there.
Yeah, lunatics. It makes no sense. I see them do it. It's when they do it at Christmas time and they get all the ones in their Santa suits and everything running into the middle of the sea. No.
The Boxing Day dip, is it?
Oh, it's the Boxing Day one, yeah.
Thursday, something like that.
Oh, I get, like, I've never been one for this whole new year, new me thing. I don't know if you feel similar. If you're going to change something, just change it. Like, I don't understand the point in waiting to do things.
Resolution,
I don't understand. Like, if you want to change something, change it.
Yeah.
If you want to do something different, why wait? It sounds like you don't really want to change. You're just trying to find an excuse to keep putting things off and putting things off. And these things about like going down and doing a dip in the sea for New Year or start a new year with a new fresh me. Why? Go just do it now.
Exactly.
Why wait for things? What's next for Securastore then? Obviously, it's expanded quite a bit. It's grown quite a bit over the last sort of 30 years. What's next on the horizon for you that you can think of so far?
for me, it would be expanding the business some more. Maybe doing different things like converting a container into like a bar. That was one thing David wanted to do.
Nice.
You know, maybe people would be interested in putting stuff like that in their back garden. Just we're going to Intermodal in November, which is a big container exhibition. So, we're going over there for 4 days.
Whereabouts is that been held?
Florida.
Ooh, well, nothing else. It's an excuse for a wee holiday, if nothing else.
Yeah.
How long is the actual sort of like convention style thing on for?
It's on for 4 days,
Yeah.
but we'd probably only go for 2 days
Okay.
because it's the same thing each day.
Like the offshore energy convention things you get up here, it's just 6 days of the same nonsense every other day.
Yeah.
You've done it before, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've done it with David.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah. And obviously with Tanya driving the forklift, she's got that aspect of looking for things, other ways to do things.
Could you get into the convention centre and driving a forklift around in it? It's got like a little rally course or something set up.
Hang on.
See, now these sort of things, I often find, see with these kind of conventions and stuff, there's little things like that they could do that would actually make them so much more like engaging and entertaining and fun to attend. It would make it worthwhile. But a lot of them do seem to be very like samey. Like for 4 days, it's kind of the same thing that they just cover all the time.
They've got like wine stations all the way around. So you get to network with people and sit and have a glass of wine.
Maybe didn't I get in the forklift straight after that?
I just normally go to these things for the pens.
I like
More than the pens.
Do you know, so I realised after all the networking that we've done, I keep thinking, I've only got a few business cards in my wallet from like other places. I was sorting out receipts for our paperwork for the end of year stuff the other week and opened up one of the files and it was like, oh, that's where all the business cards have gone. Just an accumulation of about 200 business cards from other else. Pens, like you, I've got stacks of them dotted around all over the place and I'll use them. Business cards, I don't know why we still put so much like stock in them. We've got tons. I'd imagine you've got tons for yourselves.
Yeah.
You give them out to a lot of people, but 9 times out of 10, people just find you on LinkedIn now and start connecting that way or do it face to face. Why do we still keep spending so much money on bloody business cards?
I like meeting one-to-ones. I like
Aye.
meeting people face-to-face.
It's nice to actually, like even sending emails and stuff is just kind of...
People can, I think, sometimes if you're doing a text message or an email, they can read it wrong,
Aye.
you know, so...
Tone disappears quite a lot in that.
Yeah.
I annoyed a couple of people a couple of days ago because I'm very, I don't want to say flippant, but quite flippant when I'm doing stuff. And it's just like, it's fine, it's no big deal. And it clearly was a big deal to the other person. And they were like, well, it kind of is a big deal to me. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, it's fine, but it's all done now. It doesn't matter. And they were like, well, no, you're being very dismissive of things. I was like, any chance you can jump on a call for 5 minutes? Because I'm clearly not getting myself across very well here. It's nice to get. Do you think there needs to be more sort of networking style things that are specific to your line of work? Because there's a lot of generalised networking that goes on in Aberdeen, but finding things that are specific to what you do.
There are networking groups, but they're more down in England.
Okay.
Yeah, that we get invited to.
Do you think Aberdeen could benefit from having something like that though in place for you?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Definitely.
There's your next mission.
You're on it, right?
Yeah.
That's been added to you now. Set one up and start it as you go. Just to give you more to do now.
Yeah.
Start dumping extra workload on you. Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said for different industries in Aberdeen that are away from energy. You know, Aberdeen is very much an energy specific city, and obviously energy companies still provide a lot of work for yourselves as well. How big a percentage or how big a part of your work is taken up by like energy companies using your spaces as well, do you think?
I would say probably 30%.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
I think it's a fair assessment for Aberdeen as a whole now. It's an interesting comparison I find with that because it's a lot, everyone says that without energy in Aberdeen, smaller local businesses wouldn't survive because it needs the energy industry to come into it. But when you look at the rate of expansion that you guys have gone through and the rate of growth that you've gone through, and for still around about 30 to 40% of your business is through energy, still means a larger chunk of your business isn't through them. I think a city's dependence on energy companies is shifting away from what it used to be. Yeah.
Aberdeen's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be the oil capital,
Used to be a lot more better off than it was now.
Yeah, I know. Just Union Street, and that was one of the questions. What you would change about last week at our networking, you get a question of the fortnight. Is what would you change? What one thing would you change in Aberdeen? I would say bring back the shops.
Yeah.
Bring back Union Street. Late
Aye.
night Thursdays after work, and used to love that.
I was having this conversation with somebody before. I was like, Union Street needs to change what it is just now, because I think what it is, I mean, obviously it's just a built-in site at this point in time. But I get that there's got to be this phase that we go through to get what we're going to have at the other side. I think they've done too much at one time. And I think I said this when I was chatting with Sarah or someone else on the show before. They seem to have started too many projects at the same time. So it's like, we're going to do Union Street, we're going to do the Beach Boulevard side of things, we're going to do this, and it's like, why did you have to start all these projects at the same time? So many parts of the city centre are now inaccessible or unusable for everyone else. It's like, whereas if you'd done Union Street and finished it, and then moved on to doing the beach project next, or the other way around, start doing the beach project and then do Union Street, people might not feel as negative towards it all, because it's like, at least there would still be some form of usable space in the city centre, because there's just not right now. It sucks.
No.
Yeah, there's just nothing.
And it would be nice just to have more of a variety of shops as well, instead of just going, I need to go to Union Square.
Yeah.
You've got the Trinity Centre, you've got the St Nicholas Centre, then you've got the Bonnecourt Centre.
Aye. I got told off for calling them two separate centres the other day, St Nicholas and Bonnecourt. I still called them St Nicholas and Bonnecourt, but apparently they're both Bonnecourt now.
Oh.
Apparently so. I know, I was like, no.
I'll always be sitting here.
I miss saying the baker on top of that. The baker that used to be on the roof of St Nicholas Centre. I can't remember if it was a Chalmers or a Thanes baker. It used to be in the corner.
Post office up the top as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's in WH Smith now.
Yeah.
It was downstairs.
Well, they've still got the basement level one is still down there, and now the top floor bit in WH Smith is like their stationery or something. It's all pens and paper and.
Maybe picked it up wrong, but I maybe heard, is there not Toys R Us moving in there or something like
Apparently so.
WH Smith, I was like, but I maybe heard that wrong.
Is it even still called WH Smith? Because apparently it got bought over and the name was changing as well.
I think it is.
Is it?
I think the name is still the same.
Is it still the same?
Yeah. We were speaking about the Toys R Us the other day. Yeah, because we couldn't figure out how, like, where it would go. Like, was it gone to the whole thing or
No.
in the whole shop or just...
I love Toys R Us.
Yep.
My kids were little.
Same. I miss the Toy Bazaar that used to be on School Hill.
Yeah.
That was an amazing little spot. But Toys R Us, when it was buried then, used to love going in there. I'd be in there for hours.
Is that where the Mega Bingo is?
You know where Matalan is?
Oh, yeah.
That's where Toys R Us
Yeah.
is.
Oh, okay.
That was amazing. I swear that when it was Toys R Us, it was bigger than Matalan is now as well. I don't know if they've just changed like where the storage or whatever it is, but it used to be such a bigger building.
Yeah, it did.
See, these little retail parks are just becoming like neglected little bits of the city centre now as well. So you used to have, especially up there was, obviously Next is still there. Mothercare used to be where that big food warehouse is now. Yeah, JJB Sports was where Poundland is now.
Yeah.
That used to have a massive actual like indoor football bit where the kids can go and spend and play. I think the issue we're finding in the city centre now is there's less places for people to spend time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about spending money. When I'm like, but give people somewhere to spend time, and naturally they'll start spending money over the course of time passing anyway. We need more.
What Tanya was saying before, bring back late night Thursdays. Because when we were young, you'd go in, Union Street would be buzzing.
Yeah.
You'd do your shopping and then you'd go and have a couple of drinks somewhere
Yeah.
and get the bus home. So
Yeah, good old late night shopping. Everything open till 8 o'clock on a Thursday.
Late night shopping, maybe don't come home till midnight.
It starts as late night shopping and just turns into late night.
Drinking. Yeah.
No. Again, that's one thing that city centre's lost a lot of as well. They've brought a lot of newer food places in and stuff, which is great. But the casual places to go and just sit out, like, don't get me wrong, I'm teetotal. I've been sober since 2014. So like, drinking for me wouldn't make a difference. But there used to be a lot of spaces for people to go and sit and just enjoy a couple of drinks for a couple of hours after we're finished in town.
Yeah.
It's either you're going out for a night out or you're just not going out at all. Like the place to spend a little bit, just a couple of hours of time, doesn't seem to exist as much.
I don't go out at night.
No.
Weekends, I prefer going out in the afternoon now.
Yeah.
You know, go to a pub, get live music, then find another bar with live music, and then in McDonald's 9 o'clock and home by 9:30. That's
Nothing
my
wrong with
kind
that.
of-
Kind of live music do you like going and listen to?
I'll listen to anything.
Aye.
Yeah.
We used to be in the snuggery quite a bit on Market Street.
You love the snuggery, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say Market Street's the kind of place where door stewards throw you in.
Yeah.
It's the kind of place where door staff throw you out. They're throwing you in. Snuggery is
Sometimes
lovely.
you do a lot of good live music.
Yeah.
And then you've got Spirit Level.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do live music as well. And so we just sort of try and follow the live music.
Aye. Talk around what it is.
Yeah.
Eddie Corbett and the snuggery at the weekends. That was our thing. Eddie was a family friend for us.
All right. Okay.
And he always did his Roy Orbison covers. Loved sitting listening to Eddie doing stuff.
I just like the music in the snuggery.
Yeah.
And you get some very unusual people.
Yeah.
Aye. It's a unique spot. I always say Market Street's like a time warp in Aberdeen. It doesn't seem to change. Like Wilson's is still there, Snuggery's still there. Everything still exists in its own little bubble on Market Street. But it's nice in a way because you can still go in and experience some of the stuff that you used to do before in the city centre. Well, everything else has changed around it. Market Street's just kind of gone, we're fine as we are, thank you very much. We've got our core customers. We don't need to change anything. Do you, but that talking of change, what change do you envision for Securastore going forward? Or is it just a case of carry on as we are and grow as we are?
I think, the fundamentals of it are amazing. I don't think we need to change anything. But, I'd like to just expand the business and also just get a few little projects like I mentioned before.
Yeah, with the bar sort of thing.
Like people are getting, like summer houses out the back. Why don't we try and convert a container into like a summer house with bifolding doors?
Yeah.
Just do one conversion and put it out there and see what people think. Yeah.
I love what people start to do with like the different ideas that people have with containers and stuff now. Like I always said I wanted to take, because I think we live in Garthdee and they had an old sort of container style thing at the Inchgarth Community Centre that they converted to use as, it was like a meeting space essentially. So they would put a table and chairs and stuff out there and they would do their AGMs or whatever in that space instead. I said I wanted to turn one into, like we've done with this room, into like a little recording studio.
Yeah.
So having like an old container and just soundproofing the inside of it as much as humanly possible and just putting a setup or a space like this into it instead.
Well, you know where to come.
Exactly.
We've done the Fawn Zone for Cobra Rangers and we did a few other things for them as well.
Nice.
We had an offices for dice carriers as well.
World Cup coming up. I've said, and I can't remember who it was I spoke to about this, but having like a big watching space. I mean, they do the big watch parties at the Castle Gate,
Yeah.
The Fawn Zone.
like the fan zone sort of things, but them couple of containers dotted around for a place people to sit in.
Yeah.
Get the city council to just put a massive banner up for projection screen, that's the word I was looking for playing the games onto the thing, because it'll be done late at night, obviously with the time difference being over in the States, but a couple of little containers or whatever that are set up for people to actually sit in, stay out of the bad weather or whatever it's done, as well as the seating outside.
The Aberdeen City Council better be listening to this.
There you go. Well, we'll tag them in it. This will be a clip for one of the things.
01224716141. Give us a call.
It's like the Thistle Windows advert, but new.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love to see that kind of idea, though. That kind of variation in what people look at when it comes to containers is something that's worthwhile.
That was something David was looking into. We travelled a lot and, in other countries, what they do with containers, how they convert them, Like the people make a swimming pool out of a container.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
When we went to Vegas last year, me and my husband went to the old Vegas, and the taxi driver suggested, right, you start in this bar and work your way back, and then there was I was walking past, it was like a container city, and it was like bars, it was like a restaurant, there were shops, there was all made out of containers, and I was just there. I was like, oh my God, look, you can do this, you can do that. And,
I love that. Can you imagine having like a section of, pardon me, sorry about that, Jesus, my coffee's coming back and fighting with me. There's a part in Garthdee that is just wasteland just now. And I've always said like a building of some sort going in there that is a functional space would be good. Having like a small enclosed container village, essentially, within that little area. Amazing. Small local businesses using them as essentially taking what the indoor market used to be, but having it somewhere else that's accessible to everyone else as they come in, but as like a little container city.
What was it when you go down to David's a West Ham supporter, so if we went down to West Ham, even outside the stadium, their food trucks, containers, it's amazing.
Check out why has Pittodrie not got someone like that on that big concourse outside the Richard Donald end?
Yeah.
Because I know they put the food truck in there every so often at the weekends or game days. Why is there not someone there permanent fixture?
But especially like for your house as well, like you can wood panel the outside, make the container look pretty. Yeah.
There's so many things that go on now about like tiny homes and tiny spaces that are made functional and done properly. You get people building their own little sheds and stuff out in the back garden, but a lot of the time having the foundation to do those things would save them a lot of time.
Yeah.
And having a container as this is your shape, this is your space, this is what you know you're working with. There's so much potential in what you've got.
I did say to David that I would have, with living a steady and got a huge backyard, I'd love a container, out the back with the bifold doors, a little bar in there, pool table.
Yeah. So like my half my family's from down south in Great Yarmouth, and Gran's got a big field at the back. It's a caravan park just now. And I've often said, like, if I ever had that space, I'd be doing something like that. I'd have loads of little containers just dotted around the edges of the field, and it would be different things that we could do within each. I'd have a recording studio in one of them. Because when I was a kid, they had to put in a brand new building on the grounds for him to have all his music stuff in. So he was like a jazz musician and a jazz music teacher. So he had his piano out there, had his clarinet, his saxophone, his drum kit, everything. And they had to build this other thing from the ground up to do it. Whereas again, taking a container, there's the space. It's already done. Just convert the space instead of having to build everything from scratch. Potential. I'm gonna have to. I've got so many. Can we have like a business meeting at some point and just start pitching ideas?
Definitely.
I'll go and be the voice that shouts at Pittodrie, being like, "Hello, come and do things for it, please." Because there's so much potential for businesses in Aberdeen to use your services,
Absolutely.
not just for the storage of stuff. Okay, I think we need another meeting after this. This is the problem I get. This is why Zara doesn't like me doing these things by myself sometimes, because my brain just goes off onto multiple tangents for doing stuff. Can't help myself. So many ideas. Cannot help it when I go, dear. Again, my brain's gone off on a tangent. I had another question lined up and it's now just gone completely out of my head. How receptive have Aberdeen businesses been to yourselves over the last sort of couple of years about trying different things or trying different ideas?
We've had a few inquiries, but nothing's came of it. You try and quote for it, but
Aye. I can't understand why.
money probably.
Well, yeah, there is that lack of money in Aberdeen, I suppose, but it's not.
Some people can't see a vision either. I think that's why in the future we need to, do a prototype of something so that people can visually see, this is what we can do with a container.
I think so Zara did something like this at college. I don't know if she's ever mentioned it to you before. Part of her college course was to create new dwellings for offshore oil rigs.
She said,
Yeah, and one of the things she did was converting a container into that kind of space. So like putting a 3D model of what a container could actually be. Probably something that she could do for you, to be honest, because that having it there to show people would make a massive difference.
bar,
Yeah.
get a bar done or something. Like
Yeah.
that.
She could easily, like, that's her forte. She loves it and creating environments, and environments are her thing. She loved, it's really bad. She used to play The Sims a lot. So like building houses and making things and doing stuff was like just second nature to her now. He goes, I've just given you a bit of work.
Call me.
Go and start.
16841.
There you go. I'm just going to get the other. So we did speak about before. I know Zara mentioned it before, but actually having one of your banners come in as well up here at the side of the thing. But because we've started taking on sponsors and stuff now, it was just going to be a whole confusion, because I think this episode is actually sponsored, I believe, by someone.
Okay.
I think it is. If I've got my dates right, I'm pretty sure this one is sponsored by KLT Networking.
Oh, no.
Thanks.
The B10.
Thanks, Andrew.
I know. Thanks, Andrew. New man, I've just bought a ticket for his latest networking thing for his golf outing or something that he's doing as well.
Yeah, Zara did mention
So I'll be going up to Laurie's golf. I sold my golf clubs and decided I was retired this year.
Yeah.
Everything was getting put away. I was done. I cancelled all my memberships. I stopped paying for Hazelhead Golf Club, stopped paying Sport Aberdeen. And then Andrew starts going, so we're going down the driving range soon. I said, no, I've got no clubs, Andrew, I can't. And then I get an email saying, by the way, there's a golfing thing coming up at Paul. I was like, I hate you so much right now. I can't stand it.
Are you going to go along to the networking thing in April?
Which one?
Uh,
There's one at the hotel.
yeah, I can't manage that one because I'm flying back from a holiday. So
Yeah. Oh, where are you going for holiday?
Portugal, I'm going to be in a hen week.
Ooh, a week?
A week.
I don't know. I thought hens just used to be a weekend, was it not?
Hen week.
Oh, dear
I think they're
Lord.
getting bigger and bigger, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are.
Yeah. No, see, divorced once. All aspects of the marriage side of things went out the window to me. Sorry, Z. She knows well. Whereabouts in Portugal he's going to?
Albufeira, I think.
Oh,
Is that what it's called?
yeah.
Never been to Portugal, so
No?
no.
You got any holidays lined up for yourself for this year?
No, nothing.
No?
No, my cousins want me to go to Bulgaria with them.
All right, okay.
But yeah, it's just hard with everything that's happened,
Yeah,
you know.
understandably so.
But we will see.
Yeah. Always, as long as you're doing what you want to do and you are happy in what you're doing, never let anyone tell you any different.
Yeah.
Be happy in what you're doing. Because if you're not happy in what you're doing, there's no bloody point in doing it.
No.
It has been drilled into me over the last few years. You choose your own happiness.
That's what I keep saying to
Yeah.
you, isn't it?
Yeah. You, like, sounds really daft, but even anger is a choice. It's like when somebody annoys you, it's like, I've got two choices. I could get angry at you and shout at you. And if it's making me feel angry, I could just walk away from you and I can't be done with it anymore.
I'll just go to a punch bag.
Exactly. There you go.
I know, yeah.
Go along the board box on a Saturday.
Oh, she asks me all the time. I'm like, no.
One of those reformed fitness folk where it's like, everyone can do
All
it.
ages, all shapes and sizes. You're all welcome.
I'm round. Is that enough of a shape?
You're more than welcome to come.
So when it comes to the actual like boxing side of things, I'd be useless. I tore my pectoral and bicep tendon about 2018, I think it was, and separated. So I've now got a nice little divot in here, wherever it is, and I lost 60% of the strength of my right arm completely. Wrestling, strangely enough. Well, I did a thing for WrestleZone in Aberdeen.
Okay.
I did it at the Beach Ballroom when they were doing one of their shows. The only time I've ever stepped in a ring and done something, I hit one move and I tore everything in my arm completely. They put me out of work for 16 weeks. Couldn't work, couldn't do anything.
My son loves the WWE.
Yeah.
And he had the boxing club had a home show a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And they all get to choose a walkout song. And I was like, okay, so Gregor says, now, do you want to hear Charlie's walkout song? I was like, yeah, okay then. And I was just like, what the hell is that? That was just a part of myself wrestling. The money, something to do with money.
Oh, here comes the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I actually played it on for him coming out, I thought, oh, I like that. I was bouncing away.
I think that flamboyant side of it, we've started calling, or I think it was Z pointed out to me, it's wrestling is just drag show for guys. It's just drag acts for guys. It's instead of watching, drag show artists or drag artists do something, wrestling's just that, but for grown men.
Well, I took Charlie to see the WWE, and Randy Orton done it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it for me though.
Yeah.
And then my son also met Charlotte Flair,
Oh, nice.
and she just finished our fight.
Aye.
And he was just standing there, and she took his camera and took a selfie, and she uses it on her Instagram or
Whatever she posted
her
now.
page. So what's our profile? What was our profile picture? Someone was saying the other day, she doesn't look like that anymore.
No, she does this. She's had some work done, I think is the polite way of putting it. Some.
Okay. Well, a lot.
Yeah.
She's quite pretty. She was a pretty.
Yeah. She still is, but it's just not the same version that it was like 3 years ago. It's like when everyone saw her, she went away for a bit from an injury and then came back, and everyone's like, is that her? We're not 100% sure. She seems to...
It was an injury she had, or was it all-
Well, I think it was while she was bored off doing the injury. It was like, I might as well just go and get all this done at the same time, because I think she got...
Karen Brady, the West Ham lady that owns part of West Ham.
Oh,
Yeah, she looks like a totally different person.
Yeah. Was she on Dragon's Den or something as well? No. Who am I thinking of? I can't remember. I've got off the top of my head now. But yeah, I know the person you're on about through West Ham side of things. How did David end up a West Ham fan? Of all things. It's like a London-based team compared to...
Probably know more than I do.
So, David's dad's business partner, he support West Ham? I think. Yeah, I think.
Can't remember.
And there was a little boy that lived next door.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, he had a brain tumour. So David had asked his dad if his business partner could get a football signed for the little boy next door. So, yeah, that's how it all started.
Yeah.
The business partner came home with the football, and yeah, David was sold on West Ham. So,
Good choice of club.
yeah.
I mean, I'm saying I'm an Ipswich Town fan, so I can't really say much.
No, my husband's a West Ham supporter as well.
Is he?
He was like, well, he went into Intersport.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be on Union Street. And he went in there and he said, I says, what made you become a West Ham? He says, well, all my pals were like Man United, Liverpool. So I just went into Intersport, looked at all the shirts and thought, oh, I like that one. So
That'll do.
Claret and blue, yeah.
Yeah. Nice colours, must admit. I was, because I grew up down south in Great Yarmouth, half my family were Norwich City fans, and I like to just be the complete opposite. So I went, I'm going to support Ipswich, your greatest rivals over the years. Stuck with me ever since. Don't know why, I've just felt like being an annoying pest of a child who would wind folk up. I used to go down to, obviously, half my life down there and half up here. And I'd go down with the Scotland shirt on, walking around small back streets in England. I have never felt so scared in all my life. As a small teenager walking around in a Euro 96 Scotland jersey on at the same time. Terrifying.
Oh, well, so myself, my husband and my daughter are all West Ham fans. My son's a Man U fan.
Oh, is he? It's always one that has to break it, isn't it?
Always one. We did try and get him to become West Ham. He's like, no, leave me to choose my own team.
Nah, it's fair. Don't indoctrinate them too much. It's like I've always said, when it comes to football, I'm nae biased. I dinna care far beats Rangers.
He doesn't really go to football either. He just goes to his boxing. So
Is he?
Why does everybody not like Rangers here?
It's just a thing. They're just,
Football is not my thing.
probably for the better, to be honest, up here.
we just go along for the alcohol.
Yeah,
That's what we
exactly.
do, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I was going to say, do you get a chance to get along to Pittodrie for a bit? 'Cause I know some of the B10 stuff has been held at Pittodrie, and I know there's connections there between it.
I'm a season ticket holder.
Okay, stand you in.
I'm in the red shed.
Oh, you in the shed? Oh,
Because my daughter is an Aberdeen fan as well, she wanted to go to the red shed. My husband's like, I'm not letting her go there herself.
aye, fair.
So he says, did you want to join me in a season? Oh, yeah, okay. So I do go along, but, just to keep him company,
Aye, make the earplugs to block out that drum going off every so often.
You know what? It's actually a good atmosphere, isn't there? The singing and stuff like that. It was a good atmosphere, but
Aye.
We were season ticket holders as well,
Yeah.
but I always found it was too cold for me.
Yeah.
Freezing.
the red shed's actually okay because it's sheltered.
Yeah. Because that's the old Mercon stand, isn't it? They've turned into the red shed. Yeah. That's what I remember it as. I've never been in it since it turned into the red shed.
It's still the same, but
Yeah.
it's just, you've got the singing and
It's my first experience at Pittodrie over the last however many years was the start of this season. Ipswich came up for a pre-season game up here, which was the first, like for me, and the team I support that is like hundreds of miles away is actually playing on my back door. It's a nice chance to go down and see it. And even that, at the pre-season friendly, there was so much noise coming from that end of the stadium. I was like, Jesus, it never used to be like this at Pittodrie. I used to sit in the main stand on the old wooden seats because we sold, in the newsagents, we sold the Aberdeen scratch cards.
Okay.
So we used to get free tickets every weekend to go down, but it was always in the old wooden seats in the main stand, hidden behind a pillar, so you couldn't really see what was going on anyway. But back then, it was just, the atmosphere was, it was lacking. There was no like specific place for it. So you'd have like little pockets of people singing in one stand and little bit, whereas now it seems to have that core area to it where this is what generates the passion and the noise, and it's nice to have. Create an environment, if nothing else.
yeah, my husband will go if they're playing rubbish or if they're playing good. He's like, I'm not really a supporter if I don't go down. And I was like, well, I was supposed to go to Dunfermline on Saturday. I was like, I'm not really in the mood, so I gave my daughter my ticket. And I'm glad I didn't go.
I was going to say, I'm probably grateful that he didn't go.
And then my husband came back and he said yesterday, he says, I'm not going to Ibrox, he says. No. Only about a new manager, I'm not going away. I'm not going to Ibrox.
It's the away games that get me, I must admit. It's
Day.
it's a lot of travel. I mean, fair enough. Everywhere in Scotland that you're travelling to is usually within like 3 hours to get to at most. Going down to Glasgow, even up to Inverness or wherever for a game. But it's 3 hours there and 3 hours back for an hour and a half of football. Nah. If I do it, I'm going all the way down to Ipswich. I'm taking 9 hours to get a train down there, and I'm spending 2 days down just to make it worthwhile. Otherwise, it's just far too much travel to get in. I mean, here's me talking far too travel for you've come. How long did it take you to fly across from Australia?
It's like 22 hours. Like, yeah, with your stopovers and stuff. But for us, because we live in Australia and it's the most isolated city, Perth, in the world, it always took forever to get anywhere. So when people say, oh, I'm going to Spain and it's a long flight, like 3 hours, like, it's really not, you know?
You're like, I would drive that across the country just to go and see someone at the same time. No, that I couldn't manage. That kind of travel would just... I can't do long distance travel anyway. I've done it twice. Once to Canada, once to America. Even that was too much for me. Cannot be done with sitting that long in a plane. Trains, absolutely fine. I can get up, I can walk around. The air pressure is fine. I can even take a dog on the train with me if I want to. Planes, nah, just nothing appealing to me about flights anywhere nowadays. Okay. How long's the flight to Portugal, do you know?
2.5, 3 hours maybe.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
That's not too bad. I've been to Portugal once, so I can't remember for the life of me how long the flight was. Can't remember where we went to.
No.
It's not too bad.
We went on a cruise last year, didn't we? We all went on a cruise last year. And we flew to Corfu, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Corfu.
Okay.
Never been to Corfu either, so
Yeah.
it was nice just to, it was just the airport
Aye.
and then onto the ship, so.
I want to do a cruise, but I want to do the Norwegian fjords. You can do around
That looks
instead.
amazing.
Apparently there's a Disney cruise that goes there now as well.
Are you a big Disney fan?
I'm not, Zara is.
Oh, okay.
She is obsessed. She loves Disney. So I'm like, we could tick two things off at the same time. I get my cruise to the fjords and she can have her Disney ears.
Yeah.
And we'll be sorted. Easiest way to do it. I always go up with the cost for cruises. Always baffling, like they're bloody expensive. Compared to some kind of holidays that you can get to, cruises are bloody expensive.
Cruises in America aren't as expensive as what they are
Yeah?
here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that means going all the way to America again.
I was a bit wary about going on the cruise. I was just like, open water,
Aye.
nowhere to be seen, and then what if I'm just thinking sinking, sharks, It was just awful, but it was one of the best holidays.
Yeah.
It was one of the best things I'd done. It was a really good holiday.
Worthwhile getting away for. All right, I'll add it to the list. My stepmom did a cruise last year as well. That was her first. She could never get my dad to go on one because he petrified of water. Wasn't for him at all. Hated it. So after he passed, she went, I'm going to go on a cruise. I've always wanted to. So she went on one, and now I'm hearing you said a good time. I'm going to have to go on a cruise at some point.
Once you do one, they say you've got to go and do another.
Oh, God.
I've done probably 7.
Oh, no. See, the fact that you've done so many means they're worthwhile going on.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We done Croatia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we done. And Dubrovnik was one of my favourite, I think.
Yeah. I like the idea of going to, like, places that aren't really classed as normal holiday
Go back
destinations.
to Dubrovnik because I was severely hungover. Yeah.
That bad. Or that good.
Well, we done the wall, and I had to come off halfway around because I was just too much, too hot,
Aye.
too much.
Definitely want to go back then.
Yeah, I want to go back to
To actually enjoy it this time.
yes, enjoy it this time. Yeah.
It was a different holiday for us. David was really sick.
Yeah.
So, but he was determined that he was going, and he was actually in hospital 2 days before we left. But yeah, we had to get a wheelchair for him.
Yeah.
And we didn't get off the boat. And yeah, he had a few days in bed, but it was great. We had a balcony, so I would just open the curtains so that he could see the water. And we had 3 rooms all next to each other because we went with David's parents as well. And, we were fortunate that they
Could open all the doors.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we're able to just connect it to space. Oh, nice. That's good when you've got that sort of inter-usable space so folk can still come and go.
Went through your balcony and so
Nice. At least he was still able to get away and enjoy something.
he did manage to come down for a couple of meals.
Yeah.
Maybe sat downstairs beside the pool for a few hours.
Yeah.
That would be me. Just stick by a pool and stuff.
Yeah. I got off me and my husband got off every stop. And you used to get my magnets or every magnet we went.
Magnets from everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do that for a while. I think I've got Benidorm, Canada, and like America. And then I went, I don't go anywhere else to start collecting magnets. I used to need to go on holiday to collect magnets. That was the awkward part I had. It's like, I love collecting them. It's the issue of actually going away somewhere and collecting the damn things.
And one of the stops we got off, and where was it? I can't remember what stop it was, but there was tuk-tuks. So we tour for like €20 or something each. And the guy was really, really good. Really good.
David being delighted because we docked in, can't remember where it was, but there was all containers.
Containers, yeah. And you just seen them getting moved, this big machinery, is it?
I love that. Even in that space, he's still just zoned into the containers and how things are working. It's like, there's my happy place.
Yeah.
Split, I think it was in Split.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved Split as well. That was a lovely place.
See, these kind of areas are always intriguing to me to get away to. Like I the big holiday destinations that everyone goes to, they never really appealed. Because again, it's that fear of, there's going to be a lot of people. Like I'm not a big touristy person. I'm not a big people person either, believe it or not. And it's just the thought of standing in big groups of people and fighting my way through crowds all the time just doesn't appeal to me.
Well, I was saying to my husband, I was standing out and then watching Jane, cruising with Jane MacDonald yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Sad, I know. But I says, right, just watch this programme and book a cruise for a Caribbean. So he's like, no, I'd rather watch the football.
That's what someone says to me about tourist destinations is, in person will never look as good as the perfect photo that someone else has already taken. It's like a photographer will have been out to the pyramid somewhere and taken this amazing photo of it. It'll be edited perfectly. Everything looks great. There's no crowds of people and you don't even have to travel. So you can still see the wonders of the world through somebody else's eyes because someone else has already braved it and gone and taken the photo from you. And the sad thing is that's stuck in my head.
We were in Egypt this time last year, and you go to see the pyramids, and they do say, it looks like a great big space that you're seeing, but there's a main road and there's MacDonald's just across the street. Yeah.
But then we've got the pyramids.
Yeah, just across the road.
You put the golden arches and then pyramids.
Yeah.
We did Berlin, Germany is my spot. And Checkpoint Charlie in Berlin, which is still like the old world. It's the fact that when you take the right photo, you've got that McDonald's just behind it in the corner as well. So you've got all these guys in their full regalia, the garb from the World War II stuff, and just a nice little big M, a golden M behind it. Yeah. And if you turn to the other side, you can get a Starbucks in the other photo instead. It's just like,
I know.
What? It baffles the mind, but yeah, the joys of capitalism, I suppose. It's taken over everything. Well, look, it's been lovely having you in chat. And is there anything else you want to discuss or mention or talk about before we wrap things up for today?
716.
I was just going to say, if anyone wants to come and see a container, we can show you around. And we're the best priced self-storage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I can thoroughly recommend coming along and having a chat with you regardless, because you can find out more about a business by spending time with the people who work in it.
Absolutely.
And I think coming along and meeting yourselves up there, seeing what facilities you have and what you can actually offer to businesses is definitely something that's worthwhile being done in person. Pick up the phone and call that number.
716-841.
There you go. Sales pitch to go in with it. But once you've done that, do it to book in a meeting and actually come up and meet with you in person, because I think people are doing themselves and you a disservice by not actually coming up and seeing you, because it's, what you do business-wise is clearly working and has worked for a number of years, in the fact that you still exist after 30 odd years and it's still growing. There's clearly a lot of room for growth and potential with what you were talking about before, which again, I'm kind of tempted to come up and see what the storage containers are at some point. You never know, means I might come up, we'll get some photos of the interior and see what she could make use of design-wise, space-wise. We'll see what we can do for it. But links to connect with yourselves on LinkedIn, keep an eye out with the business. We'll put the business website and everything down in the description below for this video.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in and talking to me. It's been an absolute pleasure to find out a bit more about you, because I've only ever heard of you both through Zara, and second-hand information is never as good as getting a chance to do it firsthand. And now I know.
Inviting us. Yeah, thank you.
Black coffee, white tea.
There you go.
Stuck up there permanently now, whether they like it or not. If you are new to the content for us here, don't forget, like, follow, subscribe, everything else. But more importantly, check out Securastore's website and links to LinkedIn and all other social medias down in the comments below. We will be back with another episode of Seasonal Discussions next Monday, 8 a.m. As always, that's GMT, not whatever the other times are, BST. I don't know. I give up trying to keep track with these things. Thank you all for watching and listening. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.